Hey, assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to another show. Oh my god, guys, hold up. I forgot to put the camera on me. Hold up. Told you this is gonna be a train wreck. Starting it off with this. Woo! I am back. Okay, so if anyone's watching this on Periscope, which probably no one is, you can now see me. Hi! And for those watching me on on Instagram, thank you for tuning in. This is hi there. Uh, so yeah, this is gonna be a pretty hilarious. It's gonna be a pretty hilarious show. Because here's why. Number one, I have no guests today. As you can see, the camera is just on me, and I have no topic either. Well, I did come up with some sort of topic as I improvised. I think we'll see how that goes. I have no idea if it's gonna go well or not. I'm supposed to get this. I'm supposed to just sit in front of this camera for roughly 55 minutes, just talking and saying anything. This is already hard, so we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I'm just gonna play a song because that's usually what I do. When this show starts, I play a song, and then I introduce the guests, and then I don't know, and then we start the show. But today's a little bit different. You know what? Since today is different, let's just skip that part. There's clearly no reason why I should what's it called? Oh boy. There is no reason for me to do that, and I just realized that something is playing that shouldn't be playing, and I stopped it. Yeah. So hi guys. I'm going to, talk to you a little bit about myself. Oh boy. That's the chair. This is what they do in podcasts, right? Just randomly talking about things, life, their life. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna tell you first about how I run the show, basically, because I got nothing else to talk about, honestly. Holy God. Whew. Okay, so the first thing is, how I got the show is very simple. It's actually not that special at all. It's I got the show by during not during it's actually a course, not really a course. I'm doing this course. It's called Principles of Media Practices, or PMP for short. So of course, my coursework, 50% of it is just dedicated to Iium FM, and that's hell a lot. So I have to come up with 10 episodes, and right now I'm on episode 4, and as you can see, things aren't exactly going too smooth. I'll also get to why things aren't going too smooth today in a bit, but let's first start with how I usually run the show here. So usually, a few days before the show goes live, usually Wednesday, I start, during the week, I think of topics to talk about. I ask friends, family, and all that, and they come up with a topic that I can talk about. First topic was racism. It got a few views. Second topic was culture shock. Same. Third topic was what was my third topic about? I can't really remember. Holy God. Okay, so it was racism, culture shock, and right, interracial marriages. That one was interesting. A lot of people actually liked it, which was kind of interesting to me because I forgot to turn off the vibration. on my phone. That happens. Hold up. And done. So yeah, anyone who's watching doesn't have to hear the bzz, bzz. So yeah. As I was saying, my third one was interracial marriages, which was pretty interesting, and a lot of people found it interesting and they really liked it because it's UIA, and you're bound to, I don't know, you're bound to have an interracial crush or something, and maybe if you're lucky and things go well, you'll get to continue with said crush, and it devolves into a relationship. So a lot of people could at least relate to the topic of interracial marriages, which was good. I was actually a little bit worried about this topic, and a lot of people might like it, because it was like I was trying to make it into sort of a debate, but there aren't, like, I found out that in UIA there aren't really a lot of people who are against interracial marriages. It's UIA, of course, and my guest, she's great, and she told me she's against it, and for the most part I think she might be, I don't know, but then at the end of the show it was really funny because it just turned out to be a big it depends. Even the girl that was against it, it just ended on, and even the guests that were for it, it just ended on it depends. So that it was a weirdly interesting show, I guess. So to those who just recently tuned in, I was saying how I don't really have a guest for this show, and I am doing this solo with no guests and barely a topic. So I am really just improvising like crazy right now. So bear with me. Second, I go on to the second point I was talking about, and that would be how I usually run the show here. And I was saying the topics that I did last time. So this is my fourth episode. I'm actually an episode late. Like I said, I was supposed to be in a 6 to 7 time slot, but then I'm doing it in an 8 to 9 time slot this time. It was due to some really horrible circumstances. Okay, they're not horrible circumstances, but unfortunate, I guess. So basically, I'll get to this point now. I'm going to leave how I run things for now, and then move to how this day has gone and why I'm not doing my 6 to 7 slot. As you guys might know, I'm not so sure if a lot of people here are following. Today is the first day for the Kuala Lumpur International Book Fair, or KLIBF for short. It's a really cool book fair. You guys should check it out. If you guys liked if you guys liked The Big Bad Wolf, you're going to like this. And if you haven't heard about it, like my friend, I don't know where have you been living. So, anyways, today is the first day of the book fair, and my dad has a book company. So this book company, of course, we sell books. So we go to the book fair, and we have our own booth. So today is the first day, and I had to be there. And I was there since like noon, and I was helping out and stuff. So then at 4 we realized that we're missing a lot of things, and I have to go and get it. So I have my equipment with me, and I forget it in. So this is how it goes. How it all goes wrong. So the first thing is I have my bag with me, but I forget it at the book fair, and I go to get the things. The plan was I'd go get the things, not really get the things. Like I go load them into the car, and someone else drives it, and then brings it to the book fair, and I just stay in UIA and do the topic that I was supposed to do today. I will talk about that one a little bit today. But then that didn't happen, so I had to do the book fair. I had to take the things from the office and take them to the book fair, and then at that time it was like 6:15. I arrived at the book fair at 6:15, At that time, I was panicking. I didn't really know what to do. I actually thought I was gonna have to cancel this show, and I can't really cancel. Like I've told you guys, I have to do 10 shows. So this is my 4th show. For my friends, it's their 5th show, and I have to do 10 of these. And the semester isn't really getting longer, so I'm actually in quite a pickle right now. So, anyways, so the first thing, I forget my bag, and I'm late. And then I come to the show. I thank God I talked to one of the awesome Iium FM committee here, Dewi. Thank you so much. So she helps me, she helps connect me, and I get an 8 to 9 slot. And then I come here and I set up, and then I have a secondary phone that I've been charging since last night, that I was gonna use to, watch the chat as I'm talking to you guys. So if you guys say something, I can reply to it. That phone, as you can guess, it's not on. I have no phone. I only have that one, and it's on 30%. So I'm just hoping it, mid broadcast, it doesn't just decide to boop. So there's that. So yeah, it's been kind of a tough time getting this show on, and I just realized that it's only been 11 minutes. It's okay. There's a few breaks coming in to help me, distribute the time. But yeah, I just hope when Madam sees this, Madam, please, I've tried. It's been difficult, and I'm trying to make the best of it. So yeah, there's that. Back to how I run my Iium FM show. So, like I said, I usually spend the week thinking of a topic, and then usually on Wednesday I finalize the topic, and on Thursday I try to find guests, and then I and then I start editing the poster. After I edit the poster, I do the caption, and after I do the caption, I start to blast it on the groups and all of that. That's usually the plan, but sometimes things don't go always so smoothly, and today's topic actually was a really important one, so I really have to touch on this topic. Today my guest was going to be Sadia. I'm really sorry, Sadia, for not being, not being able to let you talk about that important topic today. Completely my bad. So anyways, the topic for today was going to be about the ISLA Town Hall. So I'm on the committee for ISLA Town Hall, and but I'm only on the multimedia committee. So to be absolutely honest, I am not very well informed with it, but I do know some things. So I'm going to try to say what I know about ISLA Town Hall and why you should know about it and why it's important, yada yada. Someone said something and I can't read it. Hold up.
And maybe talk about different ideas of how to build up the show. Other channels.
Okay, we can talk about that. But I will first talk about the main topic of today's show that I was supposed to talk about, which is the ISLA Town Hall. So the ISLA Town Hall, what's that all about? Okay, so you guys, as we talk to each other, friends and all, we always have complaints, as students of UIA, and not complaining, that's unusual. So we always have complaints, and we always have something that we want to fix or change in UIA, and we always have these suggestions. My friend and myself, we suggested that UIA should have paid subscription, internet subscription for people who want faster, unrestricted internet, like Unify. Some, like myself, I also think that classes shouldn't be the attendance for classes shouldn't be compulsory. What else? There's a few things that Oh, adding hot water to mahallas, please. Like, you don't have to add it the entire time. You can just add it from like 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. or something. Or, yeah, from 7 to 10, like during the morning. And then during, afternoon from like 6 to, or like 4 to 6 or something. I don't know, like an a.m. and a p.m. session, so people can have some warm water to take their shower, not have to struggle every time they decide to take a shower. So there's that. So yeah, anyways, back to our main topic. So all of us, we have suggestions, complaints. Some of them are visa related, whatnot. So what we want to do is we want to voice them out. And then we start to think, how do we voice them out? And then we go like, okay, maybe we should talk to this person in Set Kulliya or something, or just maybe make a complaint. And let's just face it, we all know that it's not exactly efficient, right? So there is this other alternative, Isla Town Hall. So what does it do? It provides the alternative for students to voice out their ideas and concerns. You have they're called motions, right? So you have a motion that you want to submit, and you want to have it debated and discussed. If is it good, is it bad, should people do it, should the university implement it or not. So this motion, you're going to go submit your motion to the deputy dean of academic affairs of your respective kuliya, and through there it'll be selected. Like after you submit your motion to the deputy dean of academic affairs, DDAA, they will take your motion and, if I remember correctly, submit it to ISLA, and then they will refine the motions that they get, and then submit it to the town hall where it will be discussed. To be absolutely honest, I do not want to say something that is not exactly true. So it's best if you refer to the Isla Town Hall page on Facebook, or the SRC page on Facebook, because they'll have a lot more information than I, or the WhatsApp ads that have been going around about the topic. So there's that. But I will say what I think I know at the very least. It's a town hall, right? So you submit your motion. The motion gets assessed, and then if it's a good motion, it will be discussed in the panel in Isla Town Hall. So if I remember correctly, there is panel A and panel B, or like session A and session B. Session A are the motions that have been submitted by ISLA themselves, and then session B are the students' submissions. So it's really important, guys. Like the first time I heard about this, I was mind blown. I was like, whoa, we actually have something like this in UAE. That's great. We all actually need to have this sort of channel to voice out. So there's that. So what was I saying? I lost my train of thought here. Right. So it's important for you, for all UIA students, to know about the Isla Town Hall, in my opinion. That's, I guess, one topic that I was going to cover today. Other topics is I'm wishy-washy on that one, to be honest. One like my other topic is what's it called? My country. I was gonna talk about Egypt, and what can I share about it? Language, culture, music, food, people, etc. And then Mudge, thank you, Mudge. He suggested I should talk about how I would make this channel. How would I make my radio show better? What other alternatives could I do? Is that correct? I hope I got it right. So I guess I can talk about that. So I've like I said, this is my fourth show on IMFM, and we actually do broadcast this. We have like this awesome, decent cinema style camera, like those really big ones that have those viewfinders at the top there. It's really cool. But that one is broadcasting to Periscope, and I'm not so sure even people know Periscope. I keep telling people that it's on Periscope, and then they're like, what? So this is my personal thought at the very least. I feel like if I, in addition, I guess, to the live that I'm doing right now on Instagram, that I would, if the live feed here went to also YouTube instead, that would be a lot better. YouTube has definitely more traffic, and Periscope doesn't. So there's that. Also, I think how I would like for me, I definitely want to try to make this show more interesting, of course, because I want to try to make this show continue for as long as I can, even after the course is over. I want to get interesting guests like I was thinking of getting radio guests, guests that work in radio channels, like from hits.fm. You probably guys know that one. I wanted to get Rudy and Ian, the morning crew guys. I wanted to get them on the show and interview them and see what they have to say and how they got to where they are, how do they conduct their show, and how do they run their ship. So that was one of the things I wanted to do. So I think that's an idea I want to definitely implement at one point, but I'm not so sure if I'll be able to. Of course, small, not really small, unknown at this point. Right now, my podcast is close to unknown, not just small. So for them to agree to come is going to be extremely difficult, but I'll try nonetheless, I guess. So there's that. Also, I wanted, when I first started the show, I didn't want it to be super serious. I wanted it to be fun, entertaining, but not how do I describe this? The word in Arabic is tafe. The non-Arabic word is I don't know. There's probably a word for it, but I can't remember. I didn't want it to be like a stupid, immature show. I wanted us to have fun, but also touch on important topics. So that's why I try to make my topics interesting, but also interesting and fun, but also informative and important to talk about. That's why my first one, racism, what's it called, culture shock, and interracial marriages, all things that you will experience for as a student here in UIA. Sadly, the first one, a little bit, but there are things that you will go through. And this is actually one thing you will experience in UIA, having to improvise. Holy God. So, like I said, today, no guest, no topic. You gotta improvise, or you don't get the mark. So you'll learn how to do a lot of that here in UIA. A lot of last minute stuff. I swear, just last time, last what was it called? Last Thursday, I think, I found out that I have a submission, a project submission, assignment. Yeah, it's called assignment. So anyways, I found out I had an assignment 6 hours before the submission time. I was supposed to have submitted at 12. I started working at 6. Somehow, I was able to finish it. Not so sure how, but with the thanks of my friend, holy God, he helped me a lot. Mudge, thanks, man. So we were able to finish it on time. Slightly Okay, so the submission time was 11:59 p.m. I submitted it on 11:58. That's how cutting it close I was. So, you know, with UIA, like if you're like me, I guess. Okay, not all people, but if you're like me and you procrastinate a lot, and I do, I have to say I have a problem with procrastination. So, if you procrastinate a lot as a UIA student, this is a problem that you're going to eventually face. You will face it. You're going to be so late on a submission that you're going to just have to improvise and come up with something and make something up. So, eh, I hate to be the one that tells you this, but yeah. If you don't want to run into that, then you're going to probably have to be a little bit more punctual, or I don't know, responsible. I know I'm calling myself irresponsible, but honestly, eh, that is what I did. So yeah, but yeah, uh, things that you go through in UIA, improvising and last minute submissions. So the next topics, I actually have no idea what to talk about. I want to talk about other things that relate to us as students, as Muslims. My sisters were suggesting that I talk about Islamophobia and what the recent happenings in New Zealand, and I really did want to talk about that, but I just didn't feel like students would bring a lot to the table. At least bachelor degree students. I'm sure that's not a general rule. Like that's not like all bachelor students won't have something to bring to the table about this topic, but it is a big topic, and it's very sensitive, not sensitive. Like it's a heavy topic. You have to know what you're talking about when you're talking about Islamophobia, like why it's happening, what's causing it, how to fix it, things like that. It's not an easy topic to talk about. Um, like giving a commentary on what happened on New Zealand and how like the guy, like the trial of the guy and all of that, why he did it, his agenda and all of that. This needs some like a little bit more analysis and a little bit more time. 1 hour is not going to cover it, or not going to do it justice at the very least. So that's why I felt like I should refrain from talking on the topic because I won't do it justice. But it is important, and it is something that we should all know about. It's a horrible thing to to experience as a Muslim community. Uh, Knowing about it is just completely like turned off my mood for the day. It was it's pretty bad. So that's Islamophobia is one topic. I've also, like, my sister also told me like I should get like, yeah, you're probably gonna notice that there's a theme to how I get my ideas. It's either friends or sisters, and sometimes the internet, but it's usually friends or sisters. So um, another topic was like I said, it's on the tip of my tongue. What's it called? Yeah, inviting graduate students, alumni, IUM alumni, inviting IUM alumni to come on the show and basically talk on their experiences and maybe tell us how graduating from IUM has been beneficial to them. We all want to hear that, I guess. Hi. So we all want to hear how graduating from IUM or studying in IUM has been beneficial to them. How it has given them an edge over others in the industry. So I really want to do that one. Actually, it's really interesting, but I still haven't gotten in contact with a lot of IUM alumni or graduates. So if you guys do know someone, please do tell me. Maybe they'll be willing to come and share their story. That would be nice. Lots of people will like that. There's also another great idea I just got today. So I'll keep that one a secret, but it's interesting. I'm not so sure how to hint it without giving it away. It's life changing. Yeah, it's that's the best way I can That's the best way I can, what's it called? I am at a loss for words today. Explain it? Describe it. That's the word. That's the best way I can describe it without giving away too much. So there's that. And people are talking. I should check what y'all are saying.
Excuse me. You messaged me, man. You did you? I didn't see that, man. I'm sorry. Can you write what?
Okay. Can you write what you messaged me here on Instagram so I can see it, because I won't be able to check my WhatsApp during the show because I'm using my phone to do the show. Yeah, until I get another phone to do the live, I'm stuck with this solution for now. So don't worry, there's another phone in the works. I just didn't charge it. That was the tragedy that happened today morning. So if you've been listening to the show from the beginning, you'll know. Anyways, guys, it's the midway mark. I'm going to take a break. My throat needs some water. I will be back to talk some more about random stuff. If you guys have any suggestions what I should talk about, just send it to me. I'd love to talk about it. All right, see you guys in 5 minutes. Assalamualaikum everyone, I am back again. Hi to everyone who's been watching me goof off on the live stream without being able to hear me. Hello once again. If there is anyone, I'm not so sure, but if you are watching me on Periscope, I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you want me to see your messages, you can watch me on my Instagram live feed. Or you can wait until I get a phone that I can watch the Periscope feed on, and then you can message me on there. I think it's just better if you come on Instagram. That's a lot less hassle for me. So thank you. So hi again, everyone. Your UIA internet sucks. Yes, I agree with you, Mudge. UIA internet does suck. Even lecturers agree to this. And have said it multiple times during my lectures. UIA Wi-Fi internet does suck. What doesn't suck is the UIA internet for LAN for people in Ruqayya. So yeah, honestly, guys, the motions for Isla Town Hall have been extended. Please, we need more than one person talking about these issues. Number one, compulsory attendance. We do not want compulsory attendance. It's a bad idea. Number two, internet, subscription-based internet for those who want it, so we can have higher speeds and unblocked, internet in our rooms. So we all have LAN ports in our rooms, so. Let's try to get that going as well. A subscription-based internet for UIA students, and then the third thing is hot water. Please, we should get hot water from. Like I said earlier in the show, we'd like some hot water during the morning time of like from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then nighttime maybe from like 4 p.m. or no, let's say 5. Usually classes end by 5, so let's say from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. That would be great. Like 3 hours. We need some hot water. It's torture to take showers in UIA. Honestly, it's like, start with your fingers, then your leg, and then it's difficult. Anyways, so those are 3 things that I feel like are important. Mujtaba, my friend, Muj for short, still thinks I should talk about the shower heads that are missing from the showers. We should start with that, and then we'll move on to warm water. That's a really good point. I agree with him. Not some. I think all of the stalls on my floor don't have the shower head. And some even don't have that pipe from the wall, so I'm not so sure how they disappear, where do they go, but yeah. we should probably look into that. Also, the flushing situation, the facilities of Mahalla Ali people, facilities of Mahalla Ali need a lot of work, and all the Mahalla, like all Mahallas in generals, and Mahalla Ali in like specifically, please.
So what are y'all saying? Uh, remove the fees for it and have subscriptions maybe. Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea. Hot water is not critical in my opinion. Can use a bucket and heater. Nah, man.
No, it's too much of a hassle. Like, I've thought about that also. A water, what's it called? Having just heating some water and putting it in a bucket and taking it with you to the shower is way too much. Hi, thanks for tuning in. Let me see, who was that? Hey, Harith, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in, bro. We're just talking about how there isn't any hot water in IAUM baths. Yeah. So, like I was saying, it's too much of a hassle to boil the water and then putting in a bucket and take it with you to the shower. To do that on a daily basis is too hasslesome.
What are you saying, my dude?
Okay, sub bro, so cold to be here. I'm not so sure how to respond to that. So, was it like good, but then it auto-corrected to cold? So, I'm not sure how to respond to that. I'm sorry. So, moving on to another topic. Do I have another topic? I'm not so sure if I do have another topic. My previous topic, I was talking about, what's it called? I was talking about Isla Town Hall, right. And these are the 3 motions that I'd like to submit myself to Isla Town Hall, and hopefully people would submit them as well. But the one I really think that should be a priority for IM students, like this one is a no joke. I'm actually legitimately not joking about this one. It's not like because I dislike waking up early. Of course I dislike waking up early, but this is legit. I really think that what's it called? Lecture should not be compulsory. Attendance should not be compulsory. This is I used to study veterinary medicine in Cairo University in Egypt. It's not like a low tier university in any way. So and I was studying veterinary medicine. I like it, people would think like for medicine, it's imperative for you to be in the lecture. Even for that one, we didn't have compulsory lectures, and like so why can't we not have that here, right? So but I want to further elaborate on that. We didn't have compulsory lectures, but we did have compulsory practical sessions. Practical, I still believe is definitely, it has to be compulsory. You will not get practical anywhere else unless you're a serial killer. That's for veterinary medicine at least, or like an animal killer, not exactly serial killer, but yeah, you get my point. So there's that. But for theories, lectures, that one was all up to us to attend the class or not. And I think this is important for us as students, because a lot of the times, we have a lecture that clashes with something where it's going to happen to us whether we like it or not. There's always going to be a lecture that is clashing with something, clashing with an event that we have to organize. Maybe we're the program manager for that event or committee even. Like, there's definitely going to be a time where it clashes. There's also the possibility that it clashes with something like I don't know, sending a family member to a hospital. Not even a family member, just sending a friend to the not a hospital, to the airport or something, or I don't know, studying with them for an exam, or helping them out in some way, or doing something else that isn't, like, in the university's eyes, doesn't require what's it called? it doesn't merit. Sorry, it doesn't merit an excuse letter. There's a lot of things that it would, having compulsory classes would clash with. That's why I think, that's why I think that it's important for us not to have compulsory classes, because what might appear unimportant to the university is definitely important for us, and I feel like being more able to do other things than just theories and studies and exams is important. Being able to organize an event is important. Being able to do what you enjoy, if it's going to help you relieve stress, that's important. It's not the end of the world if we decided to make classes not compulsory. Of course, there's going to be people that are going to argue against that, and that's a topic I would actually love to. I just gave myself an idea. I could make that one of the topics I talk about here on the show. Classes, should they be compulsory or not? Have some pros and cons lined up, and have a person who's for, a person who's against. So, all right, there's an idea. I have an idea for one of the shows. So be sure to tune in for that one. I'm gonna put it everywhere because I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that, or at the very least, I'll try to put it everywhere. I'm not so sure what else to talk about actually right now. One second, I'm gonna check the messages.
I think it's partially for immigration here for foreign students.
Okay, so I don't know if it is, to be honest. There's a lot of way to assess a student. Yeah, there's a lot of way to assess a student other than just their attendance. They could be going to class but sleeping in class. So what's the point of that? Like, there's no point at all. I think a better way to assess a student would be through their grades. I'm not so sure if that's exactly what you're talking about, or if there's something else you want to add, and I think you just did.
Immigration requires attendance.
Yeah, I know. Immigration does require attendance percentages. I think it's unnecessary. It never did at one point. Like, you and I were here before it did. So, am I still here? I'm still here. Okay. My dad called me. So, I don't think he's aware that I am I'm live on Instagram right now. So yeah. I just hope he doesn't call a second time. I'm sorry, Dad. Oh, that was awkward. But I'll be sure to answer him when the show's over. Don't worry. I only have 9 minutes left. How I came through, I don't even know. Like, an entire hour without guests and topics, and somehow it happened. So I'm just glad it did, guys. Holy God, I'm so happy it did. Let's see what you said, Butch.
Talk about the book fair.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. I will talk about the book fair, guys. Okay. So like I said earlier this show, my dad has a booth in the book fair. So right now I'm shouting out to my dad right now. Do go check out his booth in the book fair, or his company's booth, I guess, in the book fair. So it's got mainly Arabic and Islamic books, but it also got self-help and novels as well, and also self-help in English and Islamic in English. So yeah, you can go and check it out. I am trying to convince him to get English novels because that is what sells, but I'm not so sure if he is really on that, but I will eventually convince him to do it. So there's that. So there goes the Kuala Lumpur book fair shout out. And I'm not even so sure if this is a good idea to talk about this anymore. I was going to talk about, Egypt and language, culture, music, food, the people, etc., etc. But seeing as I only have, thank God, I only have 7 minutes left. I don't think that's exactly the best decision for me to do right now. What I could end this with, I could end with a recap. I'll end also by, what's it called? Yeah, I'll end with a recap. Let's just do that. Okay, so recapping this show, guys. So at first I started by talking of how I conduct my show here in Iium FM and how I even got to this right now. So if you want, I'm going to be sharing this so you guys can, go back to that and watch it. Also, what am I saying? Yeah, recapping. I'm recapping. I spoke about how the day has not exactly gone so well. So there's that. Also, what did I talk about? Yes, I talked about Isla Town Hall. Oh my God. Yes, this is the important thing I wanted to talk about. I talked about Isla Town Hall. Okay, I am going to recap on Isla Town Hall now. That's important. Okay, so Isla Town Hall, guys. Isla Town Hall is a town hall style panel, I guess, that will be discussing or debating something called motions. Okay, motions are ideas. Okay, motions are ideas in essence presented by student leaders and students. Okay, so session A is going to be for student leaders, session B is going to be for students. So these motions or these ideas that you have, you submit them through to the Deputy Dean of Academic Affairs of your respective kulliyah, and then they will be assessed and selected after they have been approved, of course, and they will be debated or discussed during Isla Town Hall Session B. If I remember correctly, I really hope I'm saying this right. For more information, guys, I really highly suggest going through their page and seeing all the information that they have to say. Also, check out the ads that are going around about the Isla Town Hall. And I'm back again. My dad called a second time. This is a good time as ever for me to start ending the show, but like I said, please guys do go to their page on the Isla Town Hall page on Instagram, Facebook, or the SRC, or check out the ads, or ask somebody in the SRC about it. This is actually a big deal, and when I found out about it, it's a game changer. I think it's a way for us to voice out our opinions or our grievances, and maybe even do something about it. We don't need to just complain and just not do something anymore. We can complain and do something about it. I'm not going to take away your ability to complain, but you can do something about it now. You can submit your motion. Your motion will be discussed, and who knows, maybe they'll accept the motion. Like, imagine if your motion gets accepted, you wanted something changed in UIA, and through your motion it changed. And yeah, you get to say you did something, you changed something. How awesome is that? So anyways, hello new person that has just joined my oh, Mr. Y. It's been long. Hello, Mr. Y. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm sorry to those who have just tuned in now. I'm actually ending the show. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching me babble. Literally babble. I had nothing during this entire show, and I'm just glad it came through. It was a weird experience, but I have been talking nonstop for an hour, and my throat is crying, as well as my soul. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you next time. Hopefully next time I won't have to change the time. Usually it's on Friday from 6 to 7. I'm hoping to keep it that way. I just had some issues to deal with today, and alhamdulillah, it's dealt with. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching me say absolutely nonsense. And once again, thank you. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.